Hello, hello?
Hello?
Hello? Is anyone out there?
It's a mom's night out. What's up, everybody? It's a mom's night out.
Happy Wednesday.
Hi. Do you think anyone gets sick of hearing Happy Wednesday, or is that our thing?
I don't really care if they're sick of it.
Yeah. It's what we do.
It's the blunt one
We
over
meet
here.
on Wednesdays.
Good morning.
Bet you weren't expecting that. Anyway.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Oh my God, guys. It's been a week. I actually haven't shared with you guys what Mike and I are dealing with in our household.
Tell us.
So I flew home from a trip and I got in really late on Sunday night into Monday morning, like the wee hours. Went to bed. I know that's gross. Washed my face with cold water. I didn't think anything of it.
I don't think that's gross.
Our hot water heater died. When I went to go take a shower in the morning, I was like, Mike, there's no hot water. Completely dead. Completely dead. And on Memorial Day weekend, you're like...
Wait, how long do you think it was dead while you were gone that Mike didn't notice?
So Reese told me that on Sunday...
Okay.
He was like, the tub, when I gave the kids the tub, they had hot water. And Reese takes a shower and she was like, no, at the end of my shower, I did not have hot water.
Stop.
So it died that day.
Okay.
Okay, at least it wasn't
So-
like Friday.
Yeah. Mikey.
So anyway, jumping ahead, do you want to know how I bathed my kids tonight? Because like we had to wash hair.
Oh my God, you should have just called one
Boiled
of us.
water.
Jen.
Mike went pot by pot and dumped it in the tub. He had all the
my God.
pots going on
Okay.
the stove. And then we quickly were going one at a time and washing the kids who were having like 2 inches of water.
Hi, we live less than half a mile down the street. You're a jerk for not
Jen.
calling us.
Guys,
Are you? I'm offended.
also, what?
No, I'm offended right now.
I mean, I
Hi.
thought not having a dishwasher was bad. That takes the
Oh,
cake.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Mandy doesn't have a
No.
dishwasher.
Oh yeah, how long has that been?
It's been like a week.
Guys,
The part's in, coming on Thursday,
our
apparently.
pets' heads are falling off.
Yeah, send help.
Oh my God. Okay, but come on. So when is it
wild.
getting fixed? And
We're
you're showering here tomorrow.
I might have to.
Yep.
but
That's happening.
She's like, I have my stuff in the car.
I went
Yeah.
to the gym and showered.
Oh, take a shower here before you go home.
I might, but no, they're giving us like an electric heater, temporary one
Oh,
tomorrow,
you can do that.
I guess.
Cool.
And then it comes on Friday.
Oh my God.
But like,
Send
That's
help.
hard. That's hard.
That's
with
really
family.
hard. With little kids, that's hard. Like if it were just you and Mike, it's different. But when you have little kids and the tubbies, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm a psychopath and I make my kids tubby every single night.
same.
Yeah.
Some people don't. No
Try every
judgment, but my kids are dirty.
Yeah, literally, you should have seen the bathwater.
Well,
Reese
especially
was
now,
horrified.
they're playing outside. Like Bethlehem,
Yeah.
they had the sand pit.
Oh yeah.
It's dirty.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gross. It really is. And they're
Oh,
sweaty.
My God.
Plus, they sleep better. Anyway,
I agree. All right.
Topic du jour.
Topic du jour. We have a good one. This is my specialty. We are going to be talking about social media stalking.
But not like scary stalking.
Wait, hold on. And before anyone pretends like they don't social media stalk, I'm going to call you all out.
Oh, everybody does.
Everybody does it. And if you are pretending like you don't, you're lying.
I don't know anyone who pretends they don't.
I feel like people are like, what? I don't know.
You think they're judging us for saying we do?
Oh, there's going to be some judgers.
Oh, I definitely have a
Oh.
good story. I could save it for the end of like the craziest thing I've looked up.
Oh, really?
I can't
You
wait to
want-
hear it.
Should you just tell
Oh,
us
should I
now?
just go it now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go
yeah,
right
it was
into it.
somebody that was an acquaintance a while ago. And I remember seeing they had bought a house. And I was like, oh, interesting. Didn't really say like the town. I knew the state. And like it had the real estate agent on the sign. And so I Googled that real estate agent.
Was it in this state?
And I found it was in the state of Massachusetts, yes. And then I found that realtor. And then I found their like pending listings or recently sold listings.
Oh my God.
And I was able to find the house. They paid for it. And then you can go and you can also look up what the mortgage
Oh,
information.
yeah. my
Oh
God.
yeah, you can. I mean,
Guys,
that's
I went down a big rabbit hole. But
guys.
yeah,
Pro tip for all the people out there.
I was curious.
All of that is public info, and you can look it up.
I was very curious.
Don't be lying about your situation.
But I was actually very proud of myself. I was like, wow, that is scary that you could find out all that information.
That is
from
frightening.
that.
Yeah.
That's frightening.
No,
Anyway.
you can. You can find all
Did
that.
you feel better though after knowing all of that information?
Of course.
All right, we're gonna get into why, but okay, that's Mandy's most embarrassing social
not
media.
embarrassing. That was my proudest.
That's so good.
Wait, I love you so much. But just right into it. Okay, on that note,
We'll go to embarrassing, but that was my proudest, and I didn't get caught.
Yeah, I mean, that was good.
I feel like I do that stuff every single day. So what does that say about me?
You're curious.
I also
What's
feel like
yours?
I have to fact check at work, and I'm like, you know,
you
building
do.
a story for my clients and putting together what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
So I feel like my skill set of stalking comes from that. I'm going to be honest. However, let's talk about our most embarrassing social media stalking stories to get into it.
I mean, I shared my proudest. I don't know if I have like a really like embarrassing want to just go hide. I can't believe I did that. I mean, I think we're all guilty of just like liking something when you're like looking at it, you're like, oh no, that was
By
from months or
accident,
years ago. And then you're like, do I unlike it?
Definitely unlike it. Yes.
Yes,
So
instantly.
that's probably the most embarrassing. I just don't get caught. I'm smart about it.
I like that about you.
Yeah.
Stealth.
Yeah, I'm like a ninja online.
Jenny, you are.
No, but I've accidentally liked.
Or
Like
like
people's posts.
watched a story too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh,
Dude,
You
the
can't undo it.
accidental story watch is the worst.
you can't take it back.
Also, if you see me liking or watching your story, it's probably on purpose. I just want to throw that out there.
Not me. I fat fingers. I dropped the phone and then you're like, oh no.
You were like,
Oh,
this
no.
girl.
Me too.
But
Oh,
okay, that brings up a good point about watching stories.
Oh yeah. Let's say something right now. Everybody can see who is watching their stories.
I feel like people don't know that.
I would be appalled if people
This
don't
is
know
a
that.
public service announcement.
No,
right?
Yeah.
PSA.
Wait, they have to know.
No, I feel like people don't. And by the way, we see all of you watching our stories on a mom's night out.
Or even like now that I've my profile's not private anymore, and I'm like, I
yeah,
can
that is
see
creepy.
people
Yeah.
I work with
Yeah.
who do not follow me watching my stories
Yep.
every day.
And
Yeah.
exes watching
my
your
God.
stories.
Yeah.
But they
Anyone
have to then
those?
like search for you and find you. Like that is actually creepy.
Also, like random chicas watching your stories. Like, girl, I see you.
And also, just follow Mom's
Yeah.
Night Out if you're
Hey.
going on to look at our stories.
If you are typing in Mom's Night Out every single day to watch our story,
Just like us.
could you just throw us a follow?
And a
You don't
reminder.
want to miss.
I
the
feel a
exciting
little.
content.
I feel a little hypocritical though, because I watch some stories of people I don't follow.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true. All right, what's your most embarrassing?
Okay, mine is a story. Okay, I was recently had stopped seeing someone. Maybe it wasn't that recent. It was probably like a year out. And my colleague, I was like telling her, I'm like, oh, this person's dating someone new. And my colleague, and I was like showing my colleague their sister's Instagram, not even their Instagram, their sister's Instagram. And this colleague was older and she doesn't know the protocol. And she took the phone and she like double tapped to like scroll in, but didn't realize it was Instagram, and it liked it. And I was like, it was slow motion. I was like, no.
You can't go back.
You can unlike it, but
Yeah,
they will
I
see
did.
it.
But when we cackled, like we were howling, laughing, I was like, well, I'm fucking caught now. So
Busted.
That's good. You can get a lot of useful information though from the social media stalking. Like remember when we had a friend who was going on a date with somebody and we got just like his name and just did a simple Google search
oh
or found him online. I forget how we
my
discovered
God.
it, but
And he was a criminal.
like several years in prison.
You guys. And then we had a side chat being like, should we tell her she's about to go on a date with this person? Like, guys, we did tell her.
Yeah.
No, but we were like,
A criminal in my house.
Hold that. You don't gatekeep
I
that
know, but
information.
for 1 second, I think we were like, I don't know if we should, like, we got to tell her, right? Like, we Googled him.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, we Googled your date because we're crazy. and he was in jail and he's a criminal.
There's probably more context. to
She
that
was
story.
very thankful that we did that, but that was wild.
I had a criminal in my house.
Okay.
You saw a terrifying fall.
So that he was in your house.
Yep.
Okay, so that leads me to, I want to talk about the types of social media stalking, right? Because there's all different types. And I think we just like hit a few on the head. But like, let's go through the different types and then we can get into like why, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just shared the one about like before a date or research.
Yes.
So being a good friend, you just do that.
Yeah.
Or do it for yourself.
Exactly. Do your own research. Like if you're single out there, you gotta like be Googling your dates.
For sure.
Yeah.
I actually, if you're not, problem. There's a problem with that.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
agree.
Where are the red flags?
Doesn't everyone do that?
Yeah. And not just like look them up on social media, like actual Google search.
Google search. That can show a lot.
Police records.
Yeah. Those will pop up. Okay.
Lawsuits. Trellis.
What other kinds of social media stalking? I think there's like, like maybe you have a crush, right? So like this could be like a work crush or, you're single and you have a crush. And so, or like, I don't know, a famous person you have a crush on and you're like social media stalking them. What?
Do you remember when we were in Nashville and we kept trying to call Morgan Wallen on Instagram?
We're admitting that.
Yeah, we are.
Morgan Wallen, what the heck, dude?
He didn't pick up.
He did not
No
pick
one
up.
picks up that. No one's picking that up.
We were like, we're on Broadway. Come party.
We're in your town.
He's like,
He regrets it now.
No, thank you. Yeah, like, sorry, dude.
That's a fake number. Like, let's be honest.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
What
Okay.
about, yeah. What about a person you don't like?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
That happens.
Wait, I'm always surprised in myself when there's somebody I don't like, but I'm intrigued enough to look them up.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's something there. I
Yeah.
should probably
Yeah, I gotta unpack
that a little.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should. We should.
How about like an ex or an ex's new significant
Oh,
other?
that's the worst. Yeah.
1,050%. And if you say you're not like occasionally looking at your ex and what they're up to, like you're full of it.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's doing that.
Also, they're a new person. Like everyone wants to know like who their ex ended up with.
It's usually not an upgrade.
Yeah. That.
What if it is? That would stink.
Well, then there's a bottle of wine
I feel
waiting.
like there's some exes out there that I have that ended up with some great girls. Go them.
Oh, okay, Katie.
Yeah. No.
They probably listen to
It's
this
always-
podcast.
It's
I
always
hope they
a secret
do.
competition in my head.
You think?
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, what about okay, so we kind of hit on this like a friend's new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stalking them. We've
That's
all
nuts.
definitely done that.
Yeah. You gotta do the research that they have their blinders on too.
Yeah. And until that friend gets to know their new boyfriend, I'm like, can you share your location with me on these like first few dates?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I also feel like, hey, this person could potentially be like part of our friend group. We need to vet them and be all in on
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true too.
I'm not letting losers into the friend group, okay?
No. That's a good point.
We have kids. It's like,
Oh, yeah. That
it's
too.
a whole thing. Like, it's not just hanging out with us. It's like, you're going to be around my kid.
Fair.
True.
Yeah.
What about like coworkers or new hires, like people coming in?
Oh. Yeah.
1,000%. And then my angle is like clients. And like, so like, I get all these incoming leads for like business owners. And the first thing I'm doing is like Google search, typing in their phone number, right? Because we get tons of sign calls for commercial real estate. I'm also like looking up like business LLCs that they have, like if they're business owners. Like, guys, you can find out so much. And again, I have to
internet's
do
a scary
this
place.
for work
Yeah.
because I'm qualifying leads and
Yeah.
I'm like pitching these leads to my clients. I have to know what I'm talking about.
I've learned a lot from you. Thank you. Wait, what about your kids' friends' parents?
Oh,
I have to tell you a funny little story. So we just put up a chat on Instagram or a poll where we were asking people questions, right?
yeah.
And somebody responded to mine and was like, who we all know, and was like, when we first met, she was like, yeah, we both went to Babson. And I was like, how did you know that? And she was like, I don't remember the answer she gave me. And she just confessed that she actually had already looked me up.
Oh my God.
Wait, I love it. She just full admitted.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
the other
whoops.
thing. I fully admit to like social media stalking.
Yeah.
Like truly.
Yeah.
And some of it's stalking, but if you follow someone, it's still a little bit stalking. But I'll be like, how was your vacation in Aruba? Like, hey, it was your anniversary last week? Like,
Happy
like kids'
anniversary.
parents, like at school drop off. I'm like, oh, didn't you just do this? They're like, wait, how do you know that?
No, that's nice.
That's nice though.
I admit it though. Like, there's no shame in my game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right. That gets us into the next question of the evening. Why do we social media stalk? Why do we look at these Instagrams of our exes' new people, of our colleagues, of people we hate? Why are we doing it?
Curiosity.
You think?
Oh yeah, for me, I want to know like
You just want the juice.
yeah,
Okay.
gossip, juice, curious.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I guess to some degree it probably makes me feel better. Like to your point, maybe they have a nice little life. My ex is married and has cute kids. And I'm like, oh, look at them.
That's so nice.
But then also maybe I'm like,
You're like,
oh,
Yeah,
Look
look
at
at
that
them.
she's not looking so hot. That's what you get for cheating.
Ooh, yeah.
oh,
Yeah. I mean, you know,
tell us more.
we'll save that for another time.
Okay, so that's kind of like a thing, like false sense of control. Like maybe it's
Yeah.
an ex or like someone like from your past, and like you feel like if you know what they're doing, you like have this like false sense of control,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Some people
Yeah.
are like out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to know, and that's probably the healthier approach.
It's just so accessible. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
I know.
Who's
Unless you, like-
actually taking that
yeah.
approach though also?
You think there's people that don't social media stalk? Really? Maybe.
I think
How about? Well, I'll get to this later. I'm gonna save this.
okay.
Okay. I don't know.
Um,
Yeah.
What about information gathering? Because sometimes I'm not doing it maliciously. Like I'm actually like
Just really
girl
wanna
crush and I'm like, oh, what's she up to? Or like
know. Yeah.
I agree.
her aaesthetic's cool. Like
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where are they living? Yeah.
I totally have girl
coming
crushes
from
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
on
doesn't. Yeah,
Instagram.
it doesn't need to be malicious.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, you want to look.
yeah.
You guys, perfect example of a girl crush from Instagram was like the Madison LaCroix thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I would
Great-
just watch
great
all her
example.
stuff and then I would like follow her and message her and then we like became messaging friends.
Yes.
That actually is a great example.
Right? But like that's like I
Because
was
it's
just like
genuine.
a fan watching her and I had a girl crush on her and liked what she was doing and messaged her and she messaged me back.
Love
She's the
story.
best.
Guys, message your girl crushes, okay? You might become friends with them.
I love that. But on the flip side, safety. So if, like we've covered this, like going on a new date.
Yeah.
You gotta look.
Yeah.
You gotta look them up. I'm sorry. The world is so full of
People be
creeps.
crazy out there right now.
Yeah.
And dating is hard right now from what I hear from our
I
single
just
friends.
do not. Gosh. Oh,
Right?
that'd be a funny
Yeah.
episode.
Okay. I also think there's this like part of it that's like an addiction or a habit, right?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
almost like checking your Instagram. Like you just reach for it. You're just like
Yeah.
bored and like doom scrolling and you're like, let me see what this person's up to.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It has
Which-
become an unhealthy habit.
Yeah, that's probably not good. Like if you're doing that, we gotta stop.
We gotta talk.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't do that, but we gotta stop doing that.
I know. I need like an actual timer on my phone to like buzz me.
Right? Well,
fake it off.
I told you
Just
guys
ignore it.
I set Instagram to a timer on my personal, and it's so funny. I think I give myself an hour each day, which feels like a lot, but it goes by quickly. I haven't been hitting that on my personal Instagram anymore. I think because I'm on the Mom's Night Out Instagram so much, doing stuff
Yeah.
and looking up things,
And we don't have a time limit on that.
No, we don't. We're not there yet. Maybe we should, but between the three of us, I'm sure we would hit it
Oh,
real
yeah.
fast.
No, yeah, impossible.
But I will say, like, channeling it into something else has
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
made my personal social media less.
yeah, agree.
I like that. Pros
Okay.
of social media stalking.
Yeah.
Like, what are the good things of it?
Are there any?
Well, no, I think we've just
No, we
covered a
hit some.
bunch,
Yeah, we did.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And podcast research. Like, we do a lot of like looking and finding different people or guests, or like you need to. Like I actually don't know where else we would be able to find our guests if it wasn't for
I know.
social media.
I know. I agree. And like networking, I mean, you were saying you message people. I think we've all been messaging people a lot these last like 6-7 months.
I love that networking.
So I think it's like an important tool.
I love that. I never thought of it like that. It's a networking tool.
She immediately lifts her hour limit
I know.
social media.
Well, you guys know me. I'm like always pinging people, but like and networking. But you're so right. It is a networking tool.
Yeah.
And so that's a positive. Like you have access to people you would never have access to.
Yeah.
In a million years. So like that's kind of a cool thing.
And also remember, play it cool.
Yeah.
It'll get you further than like flying off the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like we've had some people like be very aggressive
Or say interesting things.
and we're pretty new. So I can't imagine what like big time celebrities must get all the time.
Oh, I know.
Oh, like people calling them when they're drunk?
Like Morgan Wallen. I mean,
such
he
a
put his
thing?
fake phone number up there. He wants chicks to call him.
He does.
He likes it.
He's like, submit a photo before you call.
Jesus.
Okay. How about like the cons of social media stalking?
I mean, I think we just kind of went into this one, but a huge time waste. Like I definitely waste a lot of time on
Going down a rabbit hole, as
rabbit
Jenny would
hole.
say.
I know it happens. I also think people like probably feel bad about themselves. Like if they're doing it to compare their life or to like look back at something, it's probably like if there was like somebody with like a mental health degree in the room, they'd probably be like, this is a really bad thing that you're doing.
True.
No.
Just in some of the examples that we gave.
I know.
Not all of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
we're
some.
getting like someone's gonna message us tomorrow.
I feel like so many influencers have been like opening up lately. They're like, hey, by the way, and sharing their like, I had a really bad day today. And if you looked at my social media, I'm sorry. It looked like my day was really great. I feel like I want to say that a lot too. I'm like, obviously I'm posting like a highlight reel and people are like, how do you do it? How are you so happy all the time? And I'm like, dude, I'm not. I just screamed at my kids and now I feel guilt about it. And like, you didn't see that. Obviously I'm not posting that on Instagram. Right?
Yeah.
No, my neighbors are hearing it. That's it.
The neighbors next door can hear it. Sorry. But I don't know. Like, yeah. So I love that thought, like comparing your life
Yeah.
to other people and thinking their life is perfect. And like no one's life is perfect.
No.
No.
Right?
No.
And but also I don't think you should feel bad about sharing on social media. Like people are like, I'm not doing that. Like I share on my personal social media for connection. And so I have family and relatives and friends that honestly, I don't text every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like by posting on my social media, they have this connection with my kids. Like, you know, even one of my really good friends, she's like, I love that I see into your everyday life through your Instagram.
Yeah.
And I see your kids
That's
through
nice.
that. So
Yeah.
I feel like I do it for that too. So I know we're talking about cons, but Jesus.
All right. How do you stop?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
hard.
So I feel like we were like researching this, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like also like thinking about it because we always want you guys to leave the podcast with like some takeaways and some like good thoughts.
Yeah.
I think for me, like block, unfriend, or mute people.
Mute
Right,
is my
so-
favorite.
I know you love the mute, and I've done the mute, and that's a game changer. So for those of you who don't know, when you mute someone, they don't know, and then their stories won't pop up on your stories, and their posts won't pop up for you. So it's like kind of like out of sight, out of mind, and that is super helpful.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I love that option.
Yes,
Wait, I don't do that.
Oh
Also,
yeah,
you can
I do
then-
that a
and
lot.
You can also then block people from viewing your stuff, but they still remain friends with you.
Yeah.
So like they actually don't know that you've been blocked, but I'm sure they know.
They might figure that out.
Yeah.
That might get back to them.
I've done
But
that in the
also
past.
like you can just unfriend someone or unfollow someone people are saying that too in social media. Like, it's totally okay to unfollow someone who is making you feel bad when you're watching their stories.
1,000%.
Right?
Yes.
Or who's triggering you.
Yes.
I know we hate that word, Mandy. But like, if you're watching someone's stories and it's bothering you, for God's sakes.
That's like back in the day before
Unfollow.
social media existed, when you would delete somebody's number out of your phone.
Yeah.
You kept calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
That's totally healthy. And that's a boundary, as we like to call
We
it.
love boundaries.
And you can have that.
Yes.
I guess also this was one, ask yourself, why do I care? And if I visit someone's profile more than once a day or a week, like call yourself out on it.
Yeah.
Why do you keep looking? Is it becoming an obsession?
Oh.
Like that's, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But then you got to block them because otherwise you're just going to keep looking. But I think asking yourself why, like, why are you looking?
Yeah, like dig
Yeah.
a little deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's important.
Which I'm not great at, but you know,
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. I feel like I've done that before.
yeah.
Yeah. What about, okay, I've heard of people doing this before, deleting the app from your phone. Have you ever taken a social media break?
Yes, I did recently from Facebook because of you. Because of you.
Yeah.
This is a funny story. So Jenny was like, I deleted the Facebook app.
I didn't delete it. I just stopped going on it.
You stopped going on it. Me, I had to delete it from my phone. And so I deleted from my phone. I ended up getting a new phone. And like a week later, I ended up getting a new computer. You guys, I can't log into my Facebook anymore. So shout out to anyone who's reached out on Facebook. I don't have access to it because if you don't remember your password,
Yeah.
I'm sure I could like contact Facebook and figure
I
it
don't know
out.
that you can.
I think I could, but I can't get in, and I'm taking that as a sign
Wait, that's
from
wild.
the Lord above that
universe
I
is
am
speaking.
done with Facebook. Honestly, Facebook was like triggering me a little bit. I know I hate that word, but it was like bothering me. People's posts. I was like, getting annoyed by stuff. It's been life-changing.
Life-changing.
Life-changing. And
I feel like Instagram's starting to become kind of like the Facebook.
it
though.
is, but it's less. Like, I don't know, like, especially our age demographic, like, we're a little older than, like, some people. And so our people, like, really post on Facebook. And so, yeah, I haven't been on it in, like, 6 months. And it's great. And it's cut my social media. I also did it because I was, like, on Instagram so much for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like, we got to get rid of something here.
Yeah.
I don't really miss it.
Okay. Well, to all of you who have
Delete the apps.
issues
Delete them all.
with the
Pick
time.
one. Like, pick one poison and go with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, so personally, I also found that like before bedtime, I've been like scrolling. I was scrolling through
Yes.
social media. Maybe it's the habit that you guys were just saying. Could have been. But so I've started really like leaning into things, other subscriptions that I pay for, like Business Week, like
Oh.
New York Times, The New Yorker, like things to try to like stimulate my brain and still like I'll pick articles that are like pop culture or like things that are new, not like politics or like things like that.
I love that. Or listen to a podcast.
or listen to a podcast.
I need
I love
to
that.
see something.
Yeah.
I
That's
read.
good.
I
So
read.
instead
Yeah.
of social media, reading.
You love books.
I love
yeah.
books. Guys, I read one book. I stayed up last night and in my Kindle, it was like 3.5 hours to the end of the book. And I read to the end of the book last
Oh
night.
my
No.
God.
I just woke up and was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I'm almost done. I got
Sorry,
27
I
more
can't.
It
minutes.
was so good. What was the name?
No, it was not a great book. I would not
Oh.
recommend it.
Oh.
The ending was so fucking lackluster. It was
You had
called
to finish it.
Paper Palaces, I think was the name of it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So like lean into reading
do
other
something else.
things and reading and being on other apps
Yeah.
or listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
Like a mom's night out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Self-plug. Self-promotion.
Okay, we already said this one, but like set a time limit to how long you can use social media per day. And you can actually do this on Instagram, you guys. So
I need to do that.
set a time limit, give yourself a limit, and like then when it's done, you're done. And you have to wait till tomorrow.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's 2 directions we can go in. We do have a few stories that we can share of from people.
I
of,
want to
like,
do that.
their most embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then we have a final question at the end.
Yeah.
So most
Let's-
embarrassing social media stalking story. We did have quite a few come in about people who drunkenly messaged. We got nobody else who called anybody, but a lot of drunk messaging people. And I think it's also because it's so accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, you can just send it off. And it can be people you don't even have a phone number for, but you have their social media. That's a funny one.
I like that one too. Okay. This user, why do I call them users? This listener said that 3 weeks ago, her ex, so the guy she was with before she got married to the person she's with now, he liked a picture of her when she was pregnant with her first daughter. So her daughter is 7 years old. So like basically liked an 8-year-old picture.
Oh.
So he did a deep dive and went way, way back.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Busted.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I feel like that happens a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen?
That happened to me recently.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I call
He
you
went
out?
back to like pre-kids and liked a picture of me
A bathing suit picture.
in a bathing suit. Yes.
I hope he listens to this podcast.
Did he unlike it?
No, I don't know, but I showed you guys the
Yes,
like.
I do remember
Should
that.
we check and see? No, I guess if you still had the like,
Yeah, then it
then he
wasn't an
didn't
immediate-
unlike it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it would go away. You would have the notification, but it would go away.
Yeah.
So pro tip, guys, if you like something, immediately unlike it. They
unlike it.
might get the noti, but then they can't find it, and they're like, "Was that real? Did it
Oh, so
happen?"
then it's still there.
Yeah.
And usually it's late at night. So they might have been like, was that a dream? We don't know.
Probably.
Unclear.
Oh,
Okay, I have a good one. This person said, my son totally told his incoming teacher that he already knew what she looked like because his mom, quote, looked her up on Facebook. And that was just mortifying.
Oh my God.
Wait, that's amazing.
Wait, it's so funny. I was dying laughing when I
I feel like
first
I've
read
done that before, but also the teachers in our town, they send these cute little letters with
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pictures of themselves before.
That's true.
So our kids would know that.
it. Yeah.
That's so funny.
But I've looked up teachers on the Instagram, but I don't admit that to my kids.
No, my kids don't know.
Yeah. Wow. That was good. That's a good one. This one just said they could see that their ex were watching their stories, and she doesn't think that the ex had any idea that she could see, like, because on Instagram or Facebook, like,
Oh,
Probably
no.
some old guy.
yeah. That's a good one.
Okay, how about this one? This one made me cackle. This person made an ex hookup their Facebook status instead of like searching them in the search bar. So they thought that they were like typing their name into the search bar. And instead it said like,
Oh no.
Samantha is Bob Smith, like her ex.
Oh my God.
Like,
Did she know immediately and delete it?
No, her best friend called her
Oh my
and
God.
was like, yo, your Facebook status says,
Oh my God.
Samantha is Bob Smith. Like pretty quickly. So she took it down.
No. No.
That
No.
one takes the cake.
No, that's,
And the
we got to
best
end on
part
that one.
Is like, I know both of these people and I'm like, stop. I was like, did this person see it? And they were like, no, this person's like not social media apps. I don't think they
Oh,
saw
thank
it.
God.
Could you
Oh my God.
imagine?
No.
No.
I would not. I would just curl up in a ball and
I would
die.
just delete everything and I would just
You
not be my name.
shouldn't be.
You delete your Instagram.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Oh, that
I'm
was
sorry. We
good,
got to
right?
end on that unless Jen, if you had one more.
No,
But
that
that's
was
like-
it. That's a good one.
That takes the cake.
Right?
Sorry,
You
that's
win.
embarrassing.
Girl, you win. We love you.
That was not a proud moment.
All
That was
right.
embarrassing.
And for the final question of the evening that I want to ask you and the listeners. Do you guys think it's weird when someone has no social media? And I'm not talking like no Facebook, right? Like I'm talking like zero social media presence. No Facebook, no Instagram, nothing.
I think that's weird. They probably have a fake account.
I don't think it's weird.
Like no, nothing. Like none of the big ones. Like no
LinkedIn.
link. Well, maybe
No,
LinkedIn. I
think
guess
the
most
LinkedIn
people have
or
LinkedIn.
maybe add that in, no LinkedIn.
I think if they have nothing, that's weird.
I kind of agree.
And they're our age.
And they're our age.
Okay.
Like, why? Are you nervous about something? Did something happen? Are you nervous you're gonna like drunkenly
You don't
message
have to
someone?
be active, but I feel like no Facebook, no Instagram.
Yeah, like you
not
can,
a TikTok person,
you can at
not
least,
a Threads person, but like something, not even like a Twitter, like nothing.
you can at least find most people on some social media platform, even if they're not active, to your point.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily. I mean, I
Or
don't
you
think it's
power
weird.
play.
Yeah, like I think that they've like chosen to remove themselves from this. Culturally, there's definitely a disconnect between them and their peers. I don't know. It's like it's kind of like
do
intriguing.
you think they must have a fake account and go on and look at people?
No,
Wow.
Really?
I think there's
You
people
think they
that
just like they don't care?
yeah,
Out
I
of
think
sight,
they
out of
just
mind.
don't care.
Interesting.
You think though they probably have like a fake account
Yeah, like a burner account.
and they're just keeping tabs on everyone.
Or like they're going on like their husband's account or they're going on their wife's account.
Oh, I know who you're talking about right now.
oh, we're talking about
I
people.
do think it's weird.
No,
I do think it's weird when people have nothing. What about couples that like collectively decide together
I'm not
that
into
they
that.
have nothing
I'm
or
not.
that they share the account?
No sharing.
no. That's what I thought. You meant, sharing the
Sorry
account.
if you guys. Sorry if anyone out there shares an account with their spouse. But what's that about? Is it because you don't want them to have their own, or you guys are nervous about social media? Like, let's ask. Let's not be judgy. Like, why? Why do you do that? If there's someone out there that does that, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know
the
what the
share
thought is
social
there.
media is weird.
Like, it's like we don't care to have it. It leads to bad stuff, or like,
Yeah,
what
maybe
is
set
it?
an example for your children. I could get behind that.
Okay.
Like if you're like, maybe I don't want to, because I don't want my kids to be on it.
We'll
and it's
pull
like
the
lead
people.
by
Oh, like-
example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get behind that. We'll poll people.
I think it's wild because truly,
poll the
like
people.
even doing what I do, I qualify people by like their
Their social. I agree.
Business, social media, their personal. Like I am like checking people.
I
on
agree
that.
that there is.
So when there's
yeah.
nothing, I'm kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah, is that even your
Yeah.
real name?
I don't know.
Question of the evening.
I don't know. You're kind of making me think it's
We'll-
weird. I didn't think it
we'll
was
leave
weird going into this.
We'll leave
I
you
was
with
prepared
that.
to be like, I didn't think so, but now,
Yeah.
maybe it's
We're
weird.
just
Right?
sparking
Yeah.
debates here.
Guys.
That's what Mom's Night Out's about.
Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. And social media stalking, it's a taboo topic. And if you think you don't do it, we don't believe you.
Well,
So cheers to your stalking. Keep it limited.
good night.
Keep it
Or
healthy.
good morning.
Keep it healthy.
Have a great day.
And enjoy
Yeah.
the rest of your day.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Also, we see you. We see you all watching us. Cheers.
Bye.